Good evening, everyone. This is Meldita and I'm back. So this is about home hemodialysis. Okay, I'm not a renal nurse, but I will just give you some informations. If a patient is willing to do home hemodialysis, be sure that it takes 2 people to learn to do this one, and they will undergo a training in the hospital. And that is done by the home hemodialysis staff. Okay, so before anything else, we have here these tubings here. Okay, so you see that we have some connections for the water in here. So we need a plumber. So the plumber will do all these water connections. Okay, and after the work, that will be checked by the city and be sure that the standards are all met. Okay, so sometimes the family will leave and they turn off the water. So if they start, they have to put this on. Okay, there we go. So that is the water connection. So when the water is on, it will go to the filter. So this filter here, 3 long tubes. Okay, so that's the filter. So what the filter will do is to remove the chlorine and some of the water residue. Okay, you notice that there are 4 gauges. There's one there at the far end, that one here. And we have 3 here. Okay, P, the pressure one. We have the 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so these pressure gauges will determine the function if the filter is okay or not. If the pressure reading differential is high, that means the filter needs to be changed. But if it is okay, then that's fine. So normally, the filter or these filters are changed every month. But if there's a problem and the gauges tell us that the readings are high, then you don't have to wait for that due month, but do it, right away. Okay, so after the water reaches the filter, of course, the chlorine and the residues are removed. The water now will proceed to the reverse osmosis machine. Here we go, RO machine. This is the one. Okay, so what happens here, the water, will be softened up, meaning the minerals will be removed, and then the water will become distilled. So the water is softened up because the minerals are removed, and now the water becomes distilled. Okay, so next, the water will proceed through the ultrafilter. The water will reach the ultrafiltration filter. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, if you see this one here, right there, there's a filter, okay, down below. Okay, there's a filter there. I'm putting a flashlight here. Okay, there we go. There's another filter right there. Okay, it's a white tube, elongated tube right there. So a long tube, I should say. And that will remove the bacteria. Okay, there we go. So now, we have now a very, very clean and bacteria-free water. So as I said earlier, water is on. Okay, water goes to the filter. Okay, chlorine and some water residue are removed. The pressure gauges will determine the function of the filter, if it's good or not. If the pressure reading is high, then the filters have to be removed. If they're okay, fine. From the filter, the water will proceed to the reverse osmosis pump. Okay, and the water is softened up because the minerals are removed and the water now becomes distilled. From here, the water will proceed to the ultrafiltration filter, which I showed, and that will remove the bacteria. So the very clean water, bacteria-free water, will be mixing with our bicarbonate. This is a bicarbonate. We'll be mixing with the acid wash here. That one, it has potassium and all these chemicals in here. So the very clean bacteria-free water plus the bicarb, okay, plus the acid wash will now become your dialysate. Okay. There we go.